Hi, I'm Dr. Sheehan from Sheehan Natural Health Improvement Center in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So today we are going to talk about how to raise testosterone naturally. Question mark? Can you really do it? Well, so last year, I was really feeling kind of like low. And if you're a male and you're like me, you probably know what I'm talking about. You just like, I didn't want to do much. Kind of low energy, but it was more than just that. If everything kind of felt kind of gray, almost like depressed, and I'm like, I read so much about low testosterone. I was like, I should get tested, and so I did. I took a blood test, and I came up where my testosterone was a low end of normal, my DHEA was on a low end of normal, and I don't think they tested everything else. But those things were low, and I was like, well, surprise, surprise, okay? My testosterone's a little bit low, and I was feeling it. And so I went about and I started looking at how to raise it naturally. I looked at all the, I basically Googled it online. I ended up getting a lot of information. By the way, there's links down below for Dr. Berg's website. He has a lot of information about it. Dr. Darren Schmidt, I think, has a lot of information. Dr. Mercola, and also Dr. Greer. I have all their links down below. So if you want more information about this, go ahead and check it out. And so what I did was I said, well, how can I apply what everybody who knows what they're talking about is saying to me? Because I did not want to take testosterone. I didn't want to take a testosterone gel or an injection, or I don't even know what else they have. I did not want to do that because I know once you start taking testosterone, your body will shut down its own testosterone secretion, and also if you take just slightly too much, it'll be converted into estrogen, which is called aromatization of testosterone to estrogen, and I did not want an excess of female hormones in my body, which, by the way, happens as we age, especially in males. Aromatization, the change from testosterone into estrogen goes way, way up, and that's actually one of the big problems and the reason why we have such an epidemic of low T. So I figured, how can I do this naturally, and can I? So I did all my studies of it. So, and by the way, just a spoiler alert, yes, I got my salivary tests redone this year, and they are perfect. They're actually perfect for an 18-year-old. So I was very happy. And yes, I lost fat. I got my drive back, lost belly fat, increased strength, and I'm 45 years old. So I was very, very happy. So I'm going to tell you, after we go through this, I'm going to tell you exactly what I did, okay? So, what are the symptoms of low testosterone? Depression, okay? What do we call that? Midlife crisis in men? Okay? Prostate enlargement. I was a little bit depressed. I don't think I had a prostate enlargement problem. Erectile dysfunction? No, didn't have that. But that's another common symptom. Muscle loss? Yes. Okay? I definitely was like losing muscle even though I was working out. Not good. Low libido, breast tissue, man boobs. Remember I was talking about how testosterone is converted into estrogen? It'll actually create fat along here that will create like a breast tissue in men. I know, right? High voice, the voice will go up. Loss of body hair. I had this big time. I lost all the hair on my lower legs. Loss of vitality. I felt like just very low. Like I didn't really want to do anything. Sleeping problems. It was terrible. I would wake up every night and I couldn't go back to sleep. Oh my gosh. Belly fat. Yeah, I was putting on this fat, and it was actually underneath my abs. And I'm like, what the heck is going on here? I'm eating less and I'm getting fat. It was terrible. And loss of collagen. This is where like the joints start losing stability. Skin starts to sag, stuff like that. Now, if we look at the causes of the decrease in testosterone, it's going to be increase in estrogen. This is called aromatization, okay? You can also get a lot of estrogen from non-organic meats, okay? This is very, very important, okay? So you want to make sure that you have grass-fed beef, you have pastured chickens and eggs. You want to have wild-caught fish, okay? Liver damage, either by excessive carbohydrate consumption or alcohol. Alcohol will actually increase the amount of estrogen in the body, so stay away from it. Increased insulin. Once again, insulin will cause the aromatization of testosterone into estrogen, so keep your carbs down. Low-fat diets. One of the consequences of that whole low-fat diet craze is that fat is used to make steroid hormones, and so you'll actually have low testosterone, okay? Specifically, you want to believe it or not, you want to make sure you have lots of cholesterol. You don't want to have high levels of cholesterol, but you want to have adequate levels. Way back when I was really depleted, adrenally fatigued, I had very low cholesterol, and I had very low DHEA, so I had low testosterone levels, okay? Medications will also cause aromatization from testosterone and estrogen. And let me see if I can remember the most common ones that cause this are statins, high blood pressure meds, and diabetic medications. Those are the big medications that will cause aromatization. Tap water, because we have lots of estrogenic compounds and also hormones and stuff like that in our tap water, that will also cause low testosterones. And then aromatase. Okay, aromatase is, like I said, I keep on saying that, that's how your body takes testosterone and it makes it into estrogen. Okay, this increases as we age. By the way, there's a bunch of different ways to help this actually. First, you get rid of your sugar, one, and number two, you increase your vegetables for your liver. But number three, there's an herb for this, and it's called nettle root. Okay, nettle, stinging nettle. I use this every day, but I'll go over my exactly what I did in a second. Okay, so let's go over how to fix testosterone naturally, what you're waiting for. You want to increase your growth hormone, because anything that's going to increase growth hormone is going to increase testosterone, okay? And what things increase growth hormone, okay? Protein. Make sure that you eat protein at each meal, okay? If you're a normal sized person, 4, maybe 5 ounces at each meal. I'm rather, kind of a big guy. I work out. I exercise a lot. I go more towards 6 ounces per meal. Okay, if you're a real small person, you might need 3 or 4. Okay, sleep will increase growth hormone. It will also lower cortisol. Okay, so make sure that you sleep a lot. Okay, try to get at least 8 hours a night. That's one of the things I did to actually increase testosterone. That worked awesome. Intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting will raise growth hormone and raise testosterone. As if you look just naturally in evolution, we didn't eat all day. We didn't have access to food all day. A lot of cultures probably ate once, maybe twice a day. Okay, we did not eat all day. So we're used to doing intermittent fasting. This will raise growth hormone and testosterone. Full body exercise, high intensity training, other full body exercise like deadlifts, high pulls, power cleans, squats, stuff like that, that will definitely increase growth hormone and testosterone, especially if you exercise on an empty stomach. I know a lot of the bodybuilding say don't do that, it'll burn muscle and stuff like that. I don't know about that. I know that it does. If you look at all the science, okay, it will definitely raise growth hormone and raise testosterone. Number 2, remember the big thing is as you age, you want to keep the testosterone that you have. The big problem as we age is that the testosterone that we have is converted into estrogen. So you want to use, or you want to eat, a lot of anti-estrogenic foods. And the most common ones to use are the cruciferous vegetables. Kale, bok choy, broccoli, cabbage. I think Brussels sprouts are in there too. I actually drink kale shakes like every day, okay, to get my cruciferous vegetables. But these help to stop aromatization. Very, very important. They're very detoxifying for the liver so they can process your hormones properly. Number 3, lower cortisol. The ways to lower the cortisol are walking. By the way, if you can walk a number of times a week, or if you can hike once a week or something like that, it's awesome for lowering cortisol levels. If you can get down south and get some sun exposure, great for lowering cortisol levels. And sleep more, okay? We do a whole video on how to decrease stress. Go and watch it, because that will lower cortisol levels to increase testosterone. Now, So what I'm going to do here is going to tell you exactly what I did exactly how I raised my testosterone and lowered my estrogen. First of all, what I did was I started keeping track of my carbohydrates, and I cut my carbs to 20-30% per day. Okay, that will decrease insulin levels to decrease aromatization, so I make better use of the testosterone that I had. 2, I decreased my protein to 1 gram per 1 pound of lean body mass. If you eat too much protein is actually a little bit tough for your liver to process, and it'll increase aromatization. Okay, so you want to have a moderate amount of protein. So for me, that's around 200 grams a day. Okay. Number 3, increase vitamin D to 50,000 units per week. I have a supplement in my office called Bio-D-Emulsion Forte. It's 25 drops. I did that once a week. Okay, vitamin D levels, normal levels of vitamin D will help to raise testosterone. I took something called Prostaco, 1 per day. Prostaco has that nettle root in it, amongst other things for your prostate, and so it'll actually decrease aromatization. Remember I was talking about that. I took something called ZMA at night. You can get this in the health food store, you can get it from my office too. ZMA is a specific form of zinc and magnesium, and both things have been shown to be low in people with low testosterone. It also helps you sleep. Remember I had a problem with sleep, so this helped immensely. 1 libido stim M per meal. This is a supplement from Designs for Health, and it's got a bunch of different things. I don't even remember exactly what it had in there, but I remember reading the ingredients say this would probably help a lot. There's a way to test. We test for it in our office, and I tested well for it. I took 1 per meal. Remember I had low DHEA levels, which is a sign of adrenal stress, and so I took an adrenal support formula, and I took 25 milligrams of DHEA. If you are going to take DHEA, I would never, unless you have I would just never take more than 25 milligrams per day. And for a woman, I wouldn't take more than 5. Okay, too much can cause all sorts of other hormonal problems, but I knew mine were very, very low, and I knew that if I supported the adrenals and took 25 milligrams a day, that would work well, and it did. I mean, my DHEA levels are like perfect, my adrenal stress indicators are gone, and my testosterone is up, so I'm very happy. Slept at least 8 hours per night. Yeah, I try to get to bed at around, first of all, we don't have TV, remember? Okay, so nothing keep me up, and I don't get on the computer after I leave work. And so what do? You go home, spend some time with the wife and dog, and cook, and then you're ready for bed at about 9:30, and then we wake up at around 6:20 or something like that. I find that when you start getting more sleep, you actually wake up when you need to wake up. I usually wake up at around 5:30 now, and I don't have to use an alarm clock. Okay, that's a sign that you're getting enough sleep. Okay, I lifted weights hard 3 to 4 times per week. I did lots of compound movements. I did dumbbell bench presses, squats, some deadlifts, stuff like that. That will increase growth hormone and testosterone. So that is exactly what I did to raise my testosterone in 1 year. And I would say the most important steps were cutting carbs, sleeping 8 hours a night, and lifting weights. So if you can't do everything else, do those 3. Anyway, if you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you have any questions, put them down below. I'd love to help you. Thanks.